Hey all, good afternoon. I hope you guys are having a good time. Let me just, tell you guys about the story of what happened today here in my workplace. So I'm actually working here. I'm working. And I'm in the middle of, uploading these articles to be published. And all of a sudden the room is interrupted by unaccepted visitors. And who are these visitors? These are the people I don't really know. But then one of them turns out to be that lady, the lady who used to visit me in the student's house, the one who was actually Miss Worried, okay? I'm going to tell you people, she was Miss Worried. She enters, "Hi, do you know me? Do you know me?" She's like, tilting down her mask. "Do you know me? I'm just like the lady that used to visit you in that student house." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're that Miss Worried," I jokingly say. And then she comes into me in the front, and then she takes the chair and she sits on it, uninvited. And, "Okay, lady, great. Do you know that we were so worried about you back in 2019, and that worriness isn't really resolved yet, and I was wondering to have a visit at your workplace." Excuse me, 2019, okay, 2019, great. 2019 was that year that you guys severely started drilling me with the energy weapons. Now look at my face, people. The directed energy burn sign. They do this to me, panda eyes, right? Like you're our toy. So she actually came in here, and then following her comes another lady with the nerdy glasses. She's like, she's like coming in front, and then she has her file in her chest, and then she's like, "Hi, I am the psychiatrist assistant. I would like to see your file. What happened to you back in 2019? Oh, 2019. I'm again like making a guess, like, "Oh yeah, I had a few things going on back in there. I mean, back then." Then she's like, "You had email sent, and then we were worried about what happened. You kind of like contacted the international offices, complaining about this university, and we're worried about you, and we want to just really assess your file, evaluate your file." I'm like, "Look, please, it was 2019, and we kind of like solved these issues little by little, and I don't recall on any problems that might just really lingered since then, because you guys didn't really show up afterwards." She's like, "No, we have to resolve this problem, this case, and if you really resist, we're gonna call the police." And I'm like, "Oh my god, but I'm working right now, and it's our fasting season. It's Ramadan. You gotta respect us. I'm a Muslim. You guys know that too." And they're like insisting on their thing, and I'm like, finally, "Okay, I'll just go with you guys." As I come out in the corridor, there are two cops there. Military people. And they both have guns. And they both have, the, what do they call it, handcuffs. And I'm like, wow, this is the most disgusting move to do to someone, to come at the back of their workplace and enter uninvited and threaten the person that should be dragged into psychiatrist's office. People, just follow up the story. What happens next? So they're like there, and I just go there, and they kind of like make it look like they were just about to drag me, somehow use force, ambulance or something. And I just go down with them in the elevator, and the secretary downstairs, she's like shocked. The cleaners are shocked. People, everyone is shocked. Because I'm working here for 2 years, since 2 years, and I had no history, no such history that would allow these sick, disgusting, disrespectful bunch from the deans in the military come here and threaten me in this way. So you're watching this. My military handler, the FBI handler, you're not my handler because I don't accept you in the first place. But you watching this, what did you get from this? From insulting me in such a bad manner. Insulting me in a position that I did not deserve it. And I'm completely shocked that I have no idea what am I supposed to say, but I'm very calm because I'm not scared of these people, because these psychopaths do not scare me in any way. These psychopaths do not scare me. And why would I be scared? Because I did not commit any crime. If I report abuses, then this is my right, because I need to get help. And if I don't get help, then I'm just gonna request the international offices. And if I did, they still did not help me, okay? Until I just requested Pentagon, until I requested Pentagon, and the people who work in the Pentagon, and Joe Biden's, and Kremlin, I contacted these people, and well, I go down, sit in their car, she gives me a document to read it. It's just like a fear-inflicting tactic, people. I just read her document, and it's written there that this person has to be taken to the psychiatry in 48 hours with the mean of ambulance or a helicopter. That helicopter gave me kind of a giggle, because you see how they're playing that nasty game. I mean, the dirty game that they're playing with you. It's beyond one's imagination, people. Alright, I'm just like quiet, and I'm so much disappointed, and I want to see where the humanity is taking me, because I want to expect a little humanity from these people who are actually dragging me into a place that's actually full of insult to a person that has no problem. We have mental problems, people. They're just giving us these kind of excuses. They kind of accuse us of mental problems, because that's the way they can enforce their aggression toward us. And I'm so much mentally ill that I speak 12 languages, that I work here, that I study here, and that I tutor 2 different classes. With the pressure of their energy weapons, with the pressure of their electromagnetic weapons attacking me 24/7, can't sleep. People look at my eyes, can't sleep, can't take a risk, can't stretch. And this is going to happen to you and your kids if you ignore this at some point, because this is the practice of aggression, the Nazism, the fascists, that actually, that really existed. And do you know that God is the greatest God? Allah is the greatest God, and He is actually going to treat these criminals the same way He treated the pharaohs. That's what I pray every time. And imagine that people coming into the student's place, trying to drag a student from its workplace into a psychiatry because the student simply made a couple of reports that were actually related to the electronic harassment. And the gaslightings, wow. One of the gaslightings was 2 cops were here. The other gaslighting, they took me to the emergency hospital. And I'm calm, I'm not scared, people. Then there was just like street theater going on with people with mental problem, dragged from here, there, people in wheelchairs, just to give you the awful feeling that this is going to happen to you at some point. I waited there for almost 40 minutes. And there are two military people. I don't talk to them, because come on, people, you guys see, you fucked up in your school, and now you want to exercise your aggression on me with your fucking uniform. Shame on you. This is just how they want to show themselves off, like aggression, practice of aggression, authority on the people who are just weak like me. I can't do anything. I couldn't do anything because I have no one except for God, Allah, with me. I have Him. And you watching this, you're targeted or not targeted. This has happened to several people, and this will happen to you and your family and others at some point, because you are ignoring this happening to a student that's actually trying to survive college. 7th semester people. They did these things to me over the past 7th semester. And this is upon the Masonic Kabbalah calendar. Has to happen to me every single year. Not the couple years, the single ones, the separate ones. For example, 2017, 2019, 2021. Exactly each time 1 month before my birthday, which is May. And I expected a little respect from these people. Muslim, fasting, students studying, intern working. What am I supposed to do? You have mental problems, let's go with us. No. You have mental problems. I have mental problems because I made a couple of reports of your abuses. There are hundreds of thousands of people who have mental problems who are going through the similar phases of their life. And there's the military jet that's actually giving rounds, attacking me on the head with the electrodes. Alright, Mr. FBI, Mr. CIA, Mr. Military, watch me and enjoy. Way to go with your humiliation today, and way to go to how much you damaged me. Just look at my face and how much you damaged me. Just see that. And I'm trying to survive, people. I'm trying to survive college. 7th semester, people. These psychopaths that actually need psychologists and psychiatrists evaluation are actually trying to drag me away from my class, away from my work, away from my tutoring time, just to humiliate me. The soul clean guards, people, the military here, the police, they're all involved. They're all working for Mormons, which is the CIA headquarters here, for the FBI as well. Alright, I'll just keep going along the trail, and I'll just see what else they do to me. Suppose someone educated, trying to develop, trying to transform, trying to do better, would get treated in this way. Imagine they put me on drugs. Hey, take these drugs because you made a couple of complaints. Take these drugs. And the psychopaths, they run around free. The psychopaths that damage my equipment, that attack me, abuse me, spread around, smearing campaigns, they run free. Just sleep on it, please. You who have the authority and power could make a little change. And you who are abusing your power could also make a little change. Do not inflict your exercise of aggression on the inevitable, on the weak. Try to lift people. Do not betray, destroy, and drop them. Please.